What is convergent evolution? Convergent evolution is when two species not closely related evolve similar features or behaviors separate from each other. The evolution converges to one specific trait. Convergent evolution occurs when two different animals have to adapt in the same or similar way to their environments and circumstances, having the same challenges. For instance, many aquatic animals have similar adaptations for their motor functions. In this video, we're going to talk about how toothed whales and bats are an example of convergent evolution.
Toothed whales and bats both independently evolved echolocation. Echolocation is a way to see in areas with little to no light. An animal makes a sound. Bats make a high-pitched sound that humans can't hear, and dolphins or toothed whales make a clicking sound that is usually audible. The sound then bounces off an object and returns to the animal that made the sound. The animal hears how the sound wave echoes and uses that to determine where something is, as well as its shape, size, density, and how fast it's moving. They use this to navigate their environment or hunt other creatures. Echolocation works underwater and above water, but sound waves travel much faster underwater than in air, so toothed whales can locate something up to 361 feet away, while bats can only locate something accurately about 9 to 16 feet away. They both evolved echolocation independently. They don't share a common ancestor with echolocation, which is why it's considered convergent evolution. Toothed whales evolved it to see underwater better, and bats evolved it to see at night and in caves.
The prestin protein, which is important for sensitive hearing in mammals, has undergone very similar changes in whales, dolphins, and bats. However, the way that their echolocation works is very different. Bats compress their larynx, their voice box, and emit a high-pitched noise through their nose, or in some cases, their mouth. There are a few kinds of echolocation: frequency modulated, FM, and constant frequency, CF. Most whales use FM, but some, like sperm whales, use CF to be able to determine the speed of prey. Some types of bats, often categorized as yang bats, use FM calls, and those that use CF calls are often categorized as yin bats. Bat echolocation can range from 9 kHz to 200 kHz, and human hearing is from 20 Hz to 15 to 20 kHz, meaning we can hear some of the lowest bat clicks. Whales, on the other hand, have a lower pitch range at about 200 Hz to 150 kHz. The way whales make clicks is quite different from bats. They push air through their phonic lips, a pair of fatty tissues at the end of their nasal passage. In fact, most whales can use 2 sets of phonic lips at the same time, and emit 2 different frequencies of clicks at once. This sound is then aimed forward to their forehead, where the bulbous, lipid-filled melon, which functions to focus and modulate sounds, as well as project the sound further. The way each of them receive the sound is quite different too. Bats actually move the muscles in their ear to change the structure of the 3 inner ear bones to reduce hearing sensitivity, so as to not deafen themselves. This happens about 6 milliseconds before the larynx begins to contract, and relaxes 2 to 8 milliseconds after, which is enough to detect objects about 1 meter away. Toothed whales, on the other hand, do not have close to no ear openings, and hear through their jaws. All mammals hear at least partially through their jaws, but whales do almost exclusively, as regular ears are mostly non-functional in the water.
The real-world importance of convergent evolution might be better understanding of how evolution changed to different environments. For an example, how different environments being similar in one way, they could also affect the organism living in those environments to evolve in a similar way. Other humans or other use is human technology, like submarines, which use sounds to navigate, and ranging sonar to help them navigate under the water. Submarines use sonar to navigate, which was inspired by how animals like bats and toothed whales use echolocation. You guys said that word wrong again.